What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some everyday carry essentials that are the basis of everyday carry. And one of these is overlooked quite a bit when you're concealed carrying a gun. So let's jump into it. Now when I refer to everyday carry, I'm talking about concealed carrying. I don't care that you have chapstick in your pocket every day or what kind of pocket knife you use or the cool wallet that you found on Instagram. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about concealed carrying a firearm for your protection. And I think there are three things that you must have, the bare bones stuff that you must have when you're concealed carrying. And like I mentioned, one of these things is often overlooked. So obviously, first and foremost is a firearm. Now I'm not going to tell you what firearm to carry, what size, how many rounds it holds, if you need extra magazines, none of that. That is totally personal preference and totally up to you guys. My advice is carry a firearm that you are comfortable with, that you're proficient with, that you like to practice with, and that is comfortable when you are carrying it. That is number one in my book, is comfortability. Because if it's not comfortable, you're not going to want to throw it on and you're not going to want to carry it all day. So firearm choice, that's a very personal decision. You might just go with something you already have, find a holster for it, carry that. Or you might be wanting to find a dedicated firearm that fits your body a little better. The second thing is a holster. Now you're going to need a holster for that firearm. I would say most people, when they conceal carry, it is inside the waistband. It's easier to conceal. It doesn't add a lot of bulk on the outside of your clothing. And a good holster is paramount for comfort, like I mentioned. If you get a holster and it's not comfortable or you're constantly adjusting it, you're not going to throw it on when you go out. You're not going to want to sit through that 3-hour movie at the movie theater with your wife, or you're not going to want to throw it on when you're going out to dinner with your friends because it's uncomfortable and you're constantly messing with it. So a good quality holster that is comfortable for you is paramount also. There's tons of manufacturers that make holsters. The ones I've found that are good for me are these Four Brothers holsters. They make them for a bunch of different guns. They're comfortable. They're not overly expensive. They ship them to your house within a couple days. You're not getting on a backlog for a month for a Kydex holster. But holster comfortability is also paramount. And those two kind of go hand in hand as far as concealing your firearm. You'll want a setup that is concealable. You don't want something too big and bulky. Or if you're like me and have a little bit of a gut, you don't want it poking out and printing a lot when you're carrying it. So you want something that's going to fit you. The number one thing that ties all of this together, I think, and is one of the most important things when you're carrying, is a good belt. It is the foundation for your carry setup. It doesn't matter what holster you get, if it's a appendix rig with a sidecar so you can carry an extra magazine, if it's just an appendix rig, whatever the case is, if you prefer to carry outside the waistband, you need a good solid foundation to carry that firearm. Keep it secure, keep it pinned against your body to conceal it, and something that's not going to start sagging on you, which also factors into the comfort level. And often it's overlooked because when people start concealed carrying, the number one thought on their mind is a gun and the holster. They don't think about the belt. They think that they've got belts already, they'll just use those. You can see how stable this leather belt is. That thing's not holding anything up. It doesn't even hold itself up. You need to invest in a good gun belt. This is a gun belt I got from Core Essentials. It's stiff and rigid for holding that weight up, yet it's still flexible enough that it's comfortable. And honestly, I wear a gun belt every single day. It's my normal belt. I've stopped wearing the leather type belts completely. I only wear a gun belt, even if I'm not carrying a gun. That's just my go-to belt. And the ease of use of these things is awesome. If you guys haven't seen these, or even if you have in the past, these are not a bad choice for a gun belt. They're not expensive, they're not way overly priced, but they are packed with a bunch of features that pertain when you're carrying your gun or even when you're not carrying your gun. This belt has a built-in ratcheting system that's all reinforced and has this ratcheting system. They have a bunch of different buckles you can get. They even have dress belts and stuff like that. If you're one of those white collar guys that dresses up for work and stuff but still wants to carry it. But at the center, they have their power core in all their belts, which is the rigidity, the ratcheting system, and these belts all look good. Now, like I said, you can get different buckles. This is the one that I chose. They have a bunch of different ones on their website that you can check out and buy. These belts come in one size fits most, so you get a belt that'll fit anybody up to like a 54-inch waist, and you cut it according to your waist size so it fits. They also have one size that's bigger than that for a little bit bigger guys, but they have a belt that'll cover everybody. They have like a 12-inch strip here, something like that, that's adjustable in 1/4-inch increments, so you can fine-tune that thing, adjust it if you gain a little bit of weight, lose a little bit of weight. If you carry multiple different guns, and one you need it a little bit looser and one you need it tighter, or even if that gun's printing a little bit and you want to suck it up a little bit, just to tuck that into your body a little more. You just easily reach down and give it another click or two and suck that up just a little bit more. No more of the days where you got these holes that are spaced an inch apart. One hole's too loose, one hole's too tight, and you can't find a middle ground, so you punch an extra hole in it just to get it where you want it. Plus, these things aren't sturdy, like I showed you. They don't hold anything. So these Core Essentials gun belts, like I mentioned, they can hold like up to 10 pounds. On this style belt, this is their everyday carry belt. It is 1.5 inches thick, I believe. They also have bigger belts like this. My wife bought me this one a few years ago for Father's Day. This is one of their larger kind of range/duty belts that I have. I wore this every day for a while. I stopped wearing it because, like I said, it's a lot thicker, and most of the clips on holsters won't clip over that without some force, and I didn't really like that. And I've been wearing a thinner gun belt ever since. Now, like I said, these are very easy to set up when you get it. I filmed a video when I first got this, showing you guys how to fit it, size it, get the buckle installed. I'll roll that in right now. I wanted to film that because I wanted to try this thing out for a while before I made this video for you guys. So I'll show you that here really quick. All right, so I want to show you what comes in the box when you buy one of these belts. Now, I'm filming this a few weeks before the actual video because I wanted to get this thing set up and try it out for a while so I can give you guys my honest opinion. But I wanted to also show you guys how to set this up, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I did it all at once. So I'm going to show you guys what comes in the box and how to set one of these up so you can use it. So this is what comes in the box. It comes with kind of a gear guide, you know, a little product pamphlet deal on stuff that they offer, different buckles, stuff like that. It comes with a QR code so you can scan that, and it's got an instructional video on how to set this stuff up and a little more information. It comes with whatever buckle you choose. This is the buckle I chose, kind of a low profile buckle. And some of these items are optional items. I'm not 100% sure what this is. I'll check into that. This is a little keeper for the tail of your belt. It comes with the belt itself, a little toolkit, and then he also sent me out a hanger so you can hang this in your closet and hang a couple belts on it, keep them organized while you're not wearing them. I just chose a black belt. It comes kind of in a universal size. I think they offer 2 sizes, one for really fat guys and one for normal fat guys. I just got the normal fat guy belt. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but on the back side here, they have waist sizes with cut marks. So you just find your waist size if you need to, put it on and see exactly where it is. I would say add probably 6 inches for that extra belt overlap and growth. You guys know you get fatter as you get older. So leave a little bit for that. Then you'll just take a pair of scissors, find that mark, and cut that thing off. It is pretty thick and tough. It's designed that way, but it's not too bad of a gig to get that cut off to the correct size. So on the back of the buckle, it has 2 set screws, and then there's like a locking tab that's got kind of serrated teeth that bite into the belt once you close that. These screws that come installed have a point on them so it digs right into that belt when you tighten them down. We'll just pull those screws out, and then you just slide your belt in all the way up till it bottoms out. Lock this locking tab, locks it in place, and then we'll set those screws in which dig into the belt and help keep that buckle on. I'm sure you could put some blue Loctite on these if you needed to. I haven't had to do that on any of the belts that I've tried in the past, but that's quick and easy. It's not a hard thing to do. That took me all of about 3 minutes. Here's what this belt looks like with that full gun on there, not even on my body. You can see how that holds it up. Yeah, there's a little bow in it, but that's to be expected. But that thing can hold some weight and stay rigid, keep your pants up, and keep your firearm secure at the same time. I know there's a bunch of different gun belts on the market. Core Essentials was the first one that came out with a ratcheting system. They are very sturdy, very solid, made of good quality materials, and honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with the Core Essentials belt. The only downside that I've seen is the buckle on these. The buckle's not bad functioning or anything like that, never comes loose, nothing like that. It's when I appendix carry with a rig like this that has a sidecar on it, and I try to center that right over the buckle. With how wide this buckle is, it doesn't leave you much room for adjustment side to side. You kind of have to shift the belt with it. And I know I've gotten comments on another video I did, just to turn that belt one loop to the side, and you have all that flat space for carrying an appendix rig with a sidecar, which I hate. I've tried it, I hate it. It's hard to get your pants undone. You have to take your belt out a couple loops to go to the bathroom, And it just feels weird to me. I don't like that sitting off to the side. I like that thing straight in front. I just wish they made a buckle that was a little bit narrower to where maybe this ratcheting system was right on top of the part that attaches to the belt. But that's just something that I noticed, so I figured I'd tell you guys. And like with all my videos, I'll have a link in the description that takes you to my website, and I'll have more information over there and links to this stuff. I don't sell anything over there. It's information only. So if you guys are wondering what belt I have, you can follow that link and see which belt I'm talking about. I'll also have a link over there for that holster. You guys can go look at that if you want. Those are one of my favorites. So make sure you guys go check that stuff out. So those are the 3 things that I think are imperative, bare bones, basics that you need if you're gonna carry a gun. A good, comfortable holster, a gun that you can conceal easily, that fits you and that you're proficient with, and then the basis for it all is a good foundation with a good gun belt. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.